Canto 4. Thunder. A great boom broke into the deep sleep in my head and made me shake myself as one who is awakened by main force. Then I stood up and turned my rested eyes about me, peering steadily to see what kind of place it was where I awoke. Indeed, I found myself upon the brink of the valley of the sorrowful abyss, thundering with the roar of endless woe. So dark it was, and deep, and blearied with mist, that though I fixed my gaze upon the bottom, I still could not discern a single thing. Into the blind world let us now descend, began the poet, his face as pale as death. I will go first, and you will follow me. And I, for I had seen his color turn, replied, How should I go, when you're afraid, you who have been my courage when I doubt? The anguish of the souls who dwell down here, he answered me, has painted in my face the pity you have taken to be fear. We must be moving on. The road is long. So he set forth, and so he made me enter into the first belt circling the abyss. As far as I could tell from listening, here there were no wails, but only sighs that made a trembling in the everlasting air. They rose from sorrow without punishment, the sorrow of vast throngs of people there, of men and women, and of infants too. You don't ask, my good teacher said to me, who are these souls you look upon? Before you go on in your journey, you must know they did not sin. If they had merits, these were not enough. Baptism they did not have, the only gate to the faith which you believe. And if they lived before the Christian faith, they did not give God homage as they ought. And of those people I myself am one, for such a falling short, and for no crime. We all are lost, and suffer only this. Hopeless, we live forever in desire. When I heard this, great sorrow seized my heart, for I saw men of great distinction there, hovering in limbo at the edge of hell. Tell me, my teacher, tell me, my good Lord, I started, for I wanted to confirm the faith that conquers every path that strays. Has anyone ever left here by his own or by another's merits to be blessed? He heard the meaning mantled by my words, and said, I had just entered in this state when I saw coming one of power and might, crowned with the glorious sign of victory. From us he took the shade of our first father, the shade of his son Abel and of Noah, of Moses who, obedient, gave the law, of patriarch Abraham, David the king, of Israel with his father and his sons, and Rachel, whom so long he labored for, and many others, and he made them blessed. And I want you to know that, before these, salvation came from not one human soul. We did not leave off walking while he spoke, but went on through the forest all the way. I mean the forest, thicketed with souls. We adventured far from where I'd slept, when there before us blazed a ring of light, quelling the darkness that surrounded it. We were still quite a little length away, but close enough for me to see in part that people to be honored held that place. Oh, you who honor knowledge and all art, Who are these here so favored that they dwell distinguished from the manner of the rest? And he, the honored name that still resounds, their glory in your life above has won the grace from heaven that now exalts them here. And suddenly I heard a voice call out, Honor, the highest prince of poetry! His shade, which had departed, has returned. And when the voice had ceased, and all was still, I saw four mighty shades approaching us, with neither joy nor sadness in their eyes. Behold that shade, whose right hand wields the sword. My worthy teacher thus began to say, Who comes before the others as their lord? Homer, the sovereign poet, is that soul. Horace, the satirist, comes after him. Ovid comes third, and Lucan in the last. Because we came together in that name of poet, which the one soul spoke alone, they do me honor, and in this do well. So did I see united that sweet school of the Lord of the most exalted song, that like an eagle soars above the rest. When they had talked together for a while, they turned to me and beckoned me to come, bringing a smile unto my teacher's lips, and greeted me and honored me so well that they included me among their band, and made me sixth in that academy. So we proceeded till we reached the light, speaking of things best kept in silence here, as in that place to speak of them was right. Before a noble castle then we came. 7 times it was ringed with lofty walls, defended all round by a lovely stream. Over this stream we passed, as on dry land. Then with those sages through the 7 gates I entered, and we reached a fresh green field, where I saw souls whose eyes were grave and slow, whose looks were marked with great authority. Seldom they spoke, and held their voices low. We drew away to one side of the plain, to a place high and free and filled with light, that we might see them all. And there before me, on meadows bright as fine enameled green, the spirits of the great were shown to me. Glory it is to see what I have seen. I saw Electra with a numerous train. Among them I knew Hector and Aeneas, and in arms Caesar with his falcon eye. I saw Penthesilea and Camelia there on the other side, and King Latinius, who sat beside his child Lavinia. I saw that Brutus who drove Tarquinian out, Lucretia, Julia, Martia, and Cornelia, and sitting by himself the Saladine. And when I raised the lashes of my eye, I saw the master of all those who know among his wisdom-seeking family. All look upon him there, all honor him. I saw the souls of Socrates and Plato, where they stood nearer to him than the rest. Democritus, who posits that the world is ruled by chance, Thales, Empedocles, Zeno, Diogenes, and Heraclitus, and the good collector of herbals, Dioscorides, and Orpheus, Cicero, Livy, moral Seneca, geometrician Euclid, Ptolemy, Hippocrates, and Galen, Avicenna, and the great commentator Averroes. I give no reckoning of them all. The length of what I have to do so drives me on. Often my words fall short of the event. The company of 6 is cut by 2, and my wise guide leads me another way, out of the quiet into the trembling air, into a place where nothing ever shines. End of Canto 4.